So Mr. and Mrs. Quad, and they met when they were very young. They got married. And because they were very young, they had a whole bunch of children. Okay? And when they started to have children, the funny thing about it was that all of the kids sort of looked alike. And the first group of children, that entire group of children, okay, all came out the same. It was so weird, okay? They decided to call this group the Parallelograms. They go to school, and they get into high school, and the Parallelograms were really, really obnoxious, okay? Because they knew they had 6 traits that nobody else had. They were walking around, cool, I'm cool, yeah, I'm cool, right? Yeah, babe, I'm cool. Then they started to sit together in high school. They had an entire section, Parallelograms only. So, how did you get into the section? You had to prove you were a parallelogram. So, in would walk Tracy, the parallelogram. Tracy, you parallelogram? Oh, yeah, baby, look at my diagonals. They bisect each other, honey, okay? All right? And then John would walk out, oh, yeah, I'm in the situation. Look at these parallel sides, baby, both set. So, they sat together, okay? Now, they're getting to be older, okay? And they go through school, and they thought they were so cool. You know what they did? They married each other. They figured, okay, I don't want to go back to that quads. I know that our parents, no offense, but we have more characteristics than they do. Why don't we marry each other? They married each other. And interestingly, the first group of people that came out picked up some other traits, for heaven's sakes. They actually came out looking like a perfect diamond. Wow. They didn't know what to call them, so they made up a weird name called the rhombus. Now, the rhombus not only had all 6 traits of the parallelogram, you want to know why? Because that's their parents. They had all 6. They had 3 more.
No.
Yeah. They had 9 traits now. Another group of parallelograms came out with some puppies as well. Okay. And theirs, not quite as good as the other group, because it looks sort of like the grandparents, the quads, but there was something interesting about it, because it had 2 additional more traits besides the 6. Oh my God. And they called it, because the other one started with an R, they start this one with an R, rectangle. Now the rectangle only had 2 additional traits, 6, 3, 2. There. Okay. They used to fight all the time. The rectangle, rhombus, fight, 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 fight. School fight, school fight, school fight, 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 fight. High school fight. Rhombus, rectangle, they hated each other. I'm better than you are. I'm better than you are. And the parents, the parallelograms, were going crazy because they all had the same 6 traits. They had kids that had, rhombus had 3 more, they had 9, the rectangle had 8. He was arguing over that, she was arguing over that, her angles, her sides, blah, blah. They were going crazy. All of a sudden, the rectangle and rhombus hit puberty. They started to grow up. They got into high school. And they were sitting at opposite tables because they hated each other.
Right.
All of a sudden, the rectangle said, whoa, that rhombus, that's a sexy little rhombus. What do you think? And they said, wow, you know what? Yeah. What a sexy rhombus. I'll be. So guess what happened? The rhombus and the rectangle got married. They got married, and they had the perfect child.
The square.
The square. Remember, the square's parents were the rectangle and the rhombus. Happy face for an 11, right?
Ah, I see it.
Mm-hmm. Okay? Its grandparents were the parallelograms. So, every square is a parallelogram. Every square is a rhombus and a rectangle. And every rhombus and rectangle is a parallelogram. But not every parallelogram is a rhombus. Not every parallelogram is a rectangle. And not every parallelogram is a square.